Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are going to be finding rational zeros. What on earth does that mean? Basically what we're going to be doing is taking polynomials and factoring them. And once they are factored, we will be able to find the zeros, or I guess solutions to the equation when it's set equal to 0. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, basically what we're going to do is, if you remember back to the last lesson, I said, here, factor this big old polynomial. And I'm going to give you a hint. You can start by factoring this with this binomial, for instance, okay? Well, that was me being nice, and today you're going to have to figure out what to divide by first. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can narrow it down. Okay, so this is what I'm going to start off with. I'm going to show you this example really quick. This is just to find the possible factors, okay? This isn't finding the factors. This is just showing you what you can narrow it down to. And of that list, you know, you're still going to have to choose what to use, okay? So let me just give you this example. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. All right, so this is what we're going to do to find the possible factors, or the zeros, okay? So this is how you do it. This is going to show you how to find the possible zeros, so you can plug it into the synthetic division to find the factors and thus find more zeros. All right, so here are the possible zeros. All right, they're going to be plus or minus, okay? They're going to be positive or negative, okay? And they were going to be the factors of 12 divided by the factors of the leading coefficient here, 1, okay? So the factors of 12 divided by the factors of the leading coefficient 1. I'll just say the leading coefficient, the LC, okay, the leading coefficient. Okay, so in our case, that's going to be plus or minus, and it's going to be factors of 12. What are factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, right? So it's going to be 1 divided by the leading coefficient, 1, okay? 2 divided by the leading coefficient, 1, okay, right? So in the numerator, it's all the factors of 12. So like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, all divided by the factors of the leading coefficient, okay? Which in this case, in this example, is just 1. So the next one is going to be 3 over 1, then 4 over 1, then 6 over 1, and then 12 over 1. And that, all that really is plus or minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. All right, so this list right here, positive or negative 1, positive or negative 2, positive, negative 3, those are the only zeros, right, that will possibly work when we're trying to divide up this polynomial into its factors, okay? These are the only guys that'll work in that, okay? So let's do another one, a little more involved, okay? How about I give you something like this? 4x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 3x squared plus 9x minus 10, okay? All right, so here are my possible zeros. My possible zeros are plus or minus, okay? All of the factors of 10 divided by, negative 10. It doesn't really matter in the sign because we have the plus or minus right there. So you could just say 10, okay? All of those factors divided by all of those factors, okay? So I do it real easy, okay? I know the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So it's 1, 2, 5, 10, right? Divided by the factors of 4. Well, what are those? It's 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so divide this by 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 5, and 10 all divided by 1. Then do 1, 2, 5, and 10, okay, all divided by 2. Okay, then, right, these all have commas in between. Then do all the factors of 10 divided by the last factor of 4 that we haven't done yet. So 1, 2, 5, and 10, right? All divided by the other factor of 4, which is 4. Okay. Okay. And those would be all of the possible zeros, okay? But if you look, let's clean this up. Ready? So plus or minus. That's just 1. That's just 2. That's just 5. That's just 10, okay? Comma. Well, 1/2. Okay, that's a new one. 1/2. What's 2 over 2? Well, that's 1. We've already listed 1, so you don't need that anymore. Okay, you could cross it off if you want. 5 over 2. That's a new one. 5 over 2. What's 10 over 2? 10 divided by 2 is 5. Cross it off. You've already listed 5. You see what I'm doing here? Okay, then we have 1/4. So 1/4. We have 2/4. That's the same as a half, so cross that off. Okay, 5/4. Okay, we haven't listed 5/4 yet. Okay, and finally 10/4, but 10/4 is the same thing as 5 over 2, so we've listed that one too. So these are my possible zeros. Now, here's the other thing. When we're doing these, possible zeros like 1/2, 5/2, 1/4, 5/4, just let them go. You don't even need to try those, okay? Typically, like 99 times out of 100, you don't even need those, okay? All right, so let me show you how this will work on an actual problem where we're finding zeros. Okay, here we go. Part B. All right, finding zeros. And I think your book is going to ask you to find the real zeros. So find the real zeros. That means we don't need to worry about the imaginary solutions, okay? Find the real zeros. And here's my first example. I have x cubed minus 8x squared plus 11x plus 20. Okay. And, oh, I forgot to say that f of x equals that, so we could just, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to say it anyway, so here's my example. So f of x equals that, okay, because that's what your book is going to have, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to list the possible zeros. So my possible zeros, okay? Remember, they're always plus or minus, okay? And it's all the factors of 20 divided by the factors of 1. So if it's divided by 1, you don't even need to write divided by 1, okay? So just write the factors of 20. Isn't that nice? So the factors of 20 divided by 1 are just going to be 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. So these are your possible zeros. So check it out. Here we go. Let's do our synthetic division. Okay. All right. Our leading coefficient is 1. Okay, so that's x cubed and x squared. Just double check to make sure it goes down in order. X cubed, x squared, x to the first, and x to the 0. So it goes in order. So 1, then -8, then positive 11, and then positive 20, okay? And now all you have to do is plug in, go in order, plug in 1, okay? So put a 1 right here. It could be wrong, it could be right, who knows? I don't know, let's try it. Bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 take away 8 is -7. 1 times -7 is -7. 11 take away 7 is 4. 1 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. What does that 24 tell me? It tells me that there is a remainder, and it tells me that this guy right here, this polynomial, is not divisible by x minus 1. Remember, if 1 is my 0, then the factor would be x minus 1. Okay, so that doesn't work. So all you have to do is erase it. Okay. All right, and I tried 1. Let's try -1. Okay, might work, might not. Who knows? Bring down the 1. 1 times -1 is -1. Okay, -8 and -1 is -9. Okay, -1 times -9 is +9. 11 plus 9, ooh, that's 20. -1 times 20 is -20. 20 and -20 is 0. So guess what? That guy is a 0. Okay, anytime I get a remainder of 0, that guy right there is a 0. So watch this. Guess what? Here's a quick question. If I plug -1 into this equation, if I plug in the -1 to the x and cube it, plug it into the x and square it, plug it into the x, and combine everything, guess what I will get? If you guessed 0, you are right. Okay, so that's true. If I plug in a -1 to that, you'll get 0. Crazy, right? Who figures this stuff out? All right, so here we go. Let's finish this. Remember, this 1 stands for x cubed, right? So now I have 1x squared. So x squared minus 9x plus 20. And now all I have to do is factor that. So we can factor this quickly, x and x. 20, I'm going to say 5 and 4. Okay, 5 and 4, and it's going to be -5 and -4. Okay, so my zeros, ready? Here are my zeros. They are -1, comma, +5, and +4. Those are my zeros. I found the real zeros for that. Okay, let's do another one. Example. See if I could do one that's a little more challenging. I don't have one that's more challenging. Yeah, let's see. Here, I'll do one over here. How about this? 3x to the 4th minus 6x cubed. 3x to the 4th minus 6x cubed. Oh, I forgot to say f of x equals. I'm sorry. Minus 32x squared minus 32x squared plus 35x minus 12. Plus 35x minus 12. Ooh, I almost ran out of room. All right, so let's find my possible zeros. Here we go, possible zeros. Plus or minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, okay? And there's also going to be 1 divided by 3, 2 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3, 4 divided by 3, 6 divided by 3, 12 divided by 3. Okay, so I'm going to double this list. It's going to, it's going to get bigger. But I'm not going to worry about those, okay? There are more possible zeros, but I'm just going to worry about these guys right here, okay? I'm not even going to bother with the rest of them, okay? You don't need to either. Let's do the synthetic division. All right, we just want to get started. So we have a 3. Remember, it goes 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're in good shape. So 3, -6, -32, 35, and -12. All right, I'm going to try plugging in a 1. Okay. All right, bring down the 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 minus 6 is -3. 1 times -3 is -3. I'm trying to predict what's going to happen here. That gives me a -35. Multiply -35. I get a 0. 1 times 0. Okay, I'm going to get a -12 right here. So that doesn't work. Phooey. Okay, so erase it. All right, let's try -1. Okay, all right. Okay, we'll try -1. Let's see, so bring down the 3. Okay, -1 times 3 is -3. -6 and -3 is -9. +9. -32 and +9 is -23. +23. Ooh, that's going to get too big. This isn't going to work either because that's going to be like 58. Put it here, -58. That's not going to give us 0. Okay, so we tried 1 and -1. What's next in our list? It's 2, isn't it? But I'm going to suggest, let's not do 2. I'm going to suggest we do -3. Okay, let's try -3. How do I know that? Well, because I have the book right there, and I already know. Okay, so let's do -3. Okay, so 3, bring it down. -3 times 3 is -9. Okay. -6 and -9 is -15. -3 times -15 is +45. 45 take away 32. Okay, what is that? 13. All right, -3 times 13. Okay, that's -39. All right, 35 take away 39 is -4. Ooh, look at this. -3 times -4 is +12. -12 and +12 is a 0. Okay, I'm running out of time. Goodbye.